guys talk about is girls and cash. These times they ain't even got none. It ain't hard to see when I step in the dance. The party's lit and it gets done. Turn up the music and we jump in. All the people around just jump in. Turn up the music and we jump in. All the people around just jump in. Bounce and vibe, get the drink and we dance all night. Vibe and bounce, get the drink and the girl on the couch. Bounce and vibe, get the drink and we dance all night. Vibe and bounce, get the drink and the girl on the couch.
Yes.
My kid.
Hey, what you say?
I can't believe this how we started. What you say? I'm blessed, my bro. What you say?
Yes, I'm good, bro. Aye. For the peoples, tell them who you are, where you coming from, my bro.
Come on, it's General. Now, my name is Jen from East London, Essex, St. Lucian born. Raised, yeah, come on, over these sides.
Jeez.
But yeah, man.
Aye, yes. You know what's mad? You know what it is, yeah? Can't know you. Some of these questions will be a bit different, innit? I was going to say, obviously, like, describe where you grew up. I know where you grew up. But you grew up in two places.
You was there.
Obviously, you grew up in St. Lucia as well.
Yeah.
And then obviously, you know, East London, Rose Lane, Chad, Essex, wherever, like, I mean, Romford, them areas, innit? Describe the difference, bro, from like growing up in, the Caribbean and then transitioning and then growing up, you know, in the ends.
Bro, do you know what it is? Yeah, it was one of the weirdest culture shocks I ever experienced. Like, I never talk about it, but I've been thinking, I don't know, it's saying about probably because, like, you know, when you start getting older, you start thinking, like, what was that like? And at the time, you just got through it, innit? That's just what you knew. I was born and raised over there, and it was just, you know, family, just close-knit community, all that sort of stuff. You just get by, innit? It was just like the slow type of like lifestyle, just going to the beach, catching vibes. Everyone's struggling, but everyone's struggling together. It's vibes. Then you come over here and it's just chaos. Bro, honestly, it's literally like two different worlds. Like, just everything, bro. Just the mindset, just the people, the community that I was talking about. Is just a whole different type of vibe. It's like, you know what I mean, that cliche concrete jungle kind of mentality. So yeah, it was different, man. Especially as I went to school over there as well. Like, I did primary school over there, and you come over here now and you're just seeing people just shouting at teachers and going mad. And what do you mean there's metal detectors at the school gates? What? it was just, bro, it was a mad culture shock. But I appreciate that I have sort of you know what I mean, both perspectives for sure.
Definitely, man. No, thank you for that. And how would you describe yourself in one word, my guy?
Oof. Is that what you're doing here? Different.
I like that.
I don't know, yeah. If I had more time, I'd probably come with something more poetic, but I don't know, just different. I've just always, you know what I mean, just felt like, I don't know, just odd, like, do you know what I mean? Like, just in everything that I did, I just always thought, I don't know, if I was doing it, am I doing it the right way, the this way, the that way, or whether it be football, I was, you know what I mean, the left-footed player, this and that, or rapping, it was, but he has this accent and this flow's different, and just everything, I don't know, I just always felt like a bit just out of place, but right at the same time, so it's different, but I guess to my benefit in some way.
Okay, yeah. I like that. Using that difference for your benefit.
Yeah, you have to, man.
How would you say your family and friends describe you?
A madman. Yeah, listen, I know what my family and friends describe me because they told me to my face. They're like, yo, you're mad. Nah, it's just I don't know, man. Just distant, I guess, is usually the one. Like, I'm just, I don't know, man. Everybody knows me. I got mad love for my family and friends. Like, loyalty is like a big thing to me. Like, especially like we say, coming from over there and then like growing up over here, it was like, this became my family. Like you said, Rose Lane and just the ends and all of that stuff. So I got like just so much love to give to these people because like it was always just hit and miss for me. So do you know what I mean? But I also have this tendency to just disappear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm terrible at being up on my phone and that. I know this is the era we're from. Like, it takes me 3-4 days to reply to people. Social media, I'll post on there and not reply for a week or a month. Like, it's just very hit and miss, and I think a lot of that comes down to just general anxiety and just like stuff that just goes on with me that makes me, you know what I mean, feel that way. But I know they think I'm a madman, but do you know what I mean? It's all love at the end of the day. You know how family is.
Oh man, I concur.
Exactly. You know exactly what I mean. Yeah.
No,
And it's the art of what we do as well. Like, you know what I mean. When I was working a job, like I guess 9 to 5 and all that, it's whatever in it. When you start taking the art more like just serious and you could dedicate more time to it, obviously, like, you know, where you just freelance and you're just all over the place and trying to make time for people, and then, you know what I mean, it just becomes this weird sort of like distant relationship, but it's always love. But yeah, I know they see me as just very erratic.
No, it's true as well, man. Finding space for things, I think that's the important thing you touched on there, like, especially where it's like your passion and your life kind of like they intertwine. When people got 9 to 5, it's so easy to just like, okay, I'm done with it now, let me go chill out.
Go see my family,
But when you're like, when you're trying to chill out and all that's on your mind is like, oh, I could be working right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Because technically we could be working every single second.
Every second. And that's the thing. Like,
and
that's what it feels like in our head. And I know a lot of like artists will feel the same. It's literally just like where is the break? Like, when are you allowed to like sort of take the break? And like I try to, like, do you know what I mean? But even then, like you say, you feel guilty, and we create from literally just our mind, innit? So once we are able to think, we could be creating constantly. So it's a weird balance for sure.
For real. I'm gonna bring it back though. Bring it back. How was school for you, bro?
School was life. Oh yeah, I love every minute of school. I cannot lie. I loved every minute of school, bro. It was this place where I just treated it as just like this just playground of just vibes. I knew I was meant to be there studying and doing all this stuff. And you know what I mean? I went classes and that. But really and truly, I was just there for football, for gal, and to drop bars in the playground. I swear down solid. School was
I went to the classroom.
Yeah.
I was in the
I saw it. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It was, honestly, bro, I loved it. It was weird once again, like leaving like St. Lucia and then coming here and seeing the complete difference in, you know, teachers used to beat us back then. Man, they were beating teachers here. It's wild. Like they're the game's changed. Like it's all talking back. It's this. It's shanks. It's metal detectors. It's like I you know what I mean, wasn't used to any of that. You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different world. But school in itself for me, it was just vibes, bro. Like my whole thing was I was just inspired. Like I saw, you know, the oldest kids, older man, and you already know, just spitting in the playground. I fell in love with obviously grime, with this sound from East London. I tried it, interpreted what I could from it, and it was vibes. Then it was football. It was, do you know what I mean? It was, I love school, man. Great time.
Sick. And but the next question, I feel like you kind of touched on it a little bit, because I feel like even for me this is part of the journey. But I was gonna say, you touched on dropping bars in the playground, right? And the next question was, what first got you into music, and who inspired you to make music?
Yeah.
So was that the catalyst, or was that just part of it?
Nah, that was definitely just part of it. Music was already in my blood from young. Like my dad was like a music promoter, so he was bringing like some of the most legendary reggae artists to St. Lucia, like Beres Hammond, Jack Cure, Bounty Killer, like the artists that we all still listen to now from the Caribbean. So growing up, I was always hearing these tunes like back home. And everywhere I went, to my neighbor's house to see my brethren, like back in St. Lucia, you always hear these sounds, so you just fall in love with it. And that was my introduction to music. I remember like the first stuff I started writing was like deep, like love songs. And I don't know nothing about love, but I was like 7, 8 years old, and all I knew was Beres Hammond telling me, this is how you love a woman, this is how you do this and that. So bro, I'm going crazy. I'm writing in my room thinking I'm in love, making up scenarios, like, do you know what I mean? That was like my first love of music. And then obviously, you know, rap and that whole hip hop era obviously is from our generation. So Eminem, Jay-Z and Kendrick, J. Cole came in and it just blew my mind. I moved to this country now, and then it's a whole different sound that I didn't even know existed. Like I didn't know what grime was when I was in St. Lucia. And I come to East London and I'm in school and I'm hearing the man them just like, D's a 4-4, look off your whole jaw. I was like, what? This is a bit of me. So that's where it then, I think, cemented. I think the catalyst, like you said, it was like from early days in the Caribbean. The sounds, then like me like blending pockets and flowing and this type of stuff. But then really like this, like the East London sound then grew in me from just getting to school and trying to write bars from there.
Sick. And obviously you touched on the East London sounds, grime, everyone should know this. So that was like, I guess, when you started creating music, would you say that was the first genre you was making, was grime? Or when you started like actually...
Proper making music? Yeah, 100%. And I think, and as you obviously know, that's the for me, the best training I could have got. Literally, I wouldn't have like, I don't know, I wouldn't want to be introduced to any other genre of music. For me, as a rapper who comes from where we come from and seeing what we see, rap is just how we express ourselves. So if I want to be able to rap, I want to be able to get the best training. And for me, that was grime, because I learned pockets and flows and tempos I didn't even know existed, bro. And I just went home and I just studied that all day long, obviously from, you know, the Gets and the Kanos, and I was crazy, like inspired by them so much. But not only them, just the broskies around, as you know, like the olders were literally just so hard that it just made you want to be like, oh, I want to do that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's within reach. So you just learn the flows and pockets from there and create your own. So grime was definitely it for me, man, for sure.
So what would you say your genre is now, though?
Now, like, it sounds bare cliche, but I don't even like to do the whole genre thing, just because of, I realized how much influence I had from all of these places, from reggae to bashment to grime to rap to hip hop, to me then falling in love with dubstep and EDM, and then finding like all type of different sounds. Like, I just describe myself as an artist. Just whatever mood I'm in is what I create. The majority of what I do is obviously like grime and drill and rap, but it all just depends on like the mood, innit? If I have something to really say and I want you to listen, okay, I understand now that grime is 140 BPM. I didn't understand the science behind music before. I'm not gonna put that on there. I'll give that to you in the deep rap stuff. If I feel angry one day about the ends or what's going on, I'll jump on a grime beat, because that's what I learned to channel the energy. If I'm feeling, you know, a bit, you know, then I learned to channel my Caribbean, the Afro pop kind of sound, soca, calypso and stuff. So it literally could be any of these genres, just depending on how I feel,
Sick. And I think, again, like touching again on kind of where we're going with it, with regards to like the process of creating, you talk about like...
that is.
So obviously you talk about, obviously, mood is a big thing in that, but beyond that, do you think you've got like a creative process when it comes to like approaching writing or, you know, recording or creating a track in that way?
Honestly, to this day, I don't even know what my creative process is. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I've made like music from all sorts of weird angles, as in like, I've written the end of a tune and then literally days or weeks later, write the start to complete it. I've done tunes where I've started in the middle and I've just ended, like, do you know what I mean? Like, so the creative process for me is literally just, I just leave it just down to just inspiration. Like, whenever you feel it, I've learned not to force it. Whenever I try to like force it, I realize that's the songs that I either just don't make, or the bars are just a bit meaty, and I'm like, hold on, I'm a lyricist. I can't be writing these dead bars. Like, you know when you have to G-check yourself, like, what are you doing, man?
Had to delete something last night.
The amount of songs I've deleted, and Tang hates me for it, but I did. Sometimes you just can't bring yourself to that. But the process for me is, it's just always, it's just keeping inspired, man. It's just keeping inspired, like just bus journeys, train journeys, like getting to a bar, getting to a club, talking to the man them. Like, these are the most like inspirational like ways for me, or it makes it easier for me to create, because it's just conversations. All of the tunes I've been doing recently I could think of has just been conversations with, like, you know, just my brother Thames or you, or, you know what I mean, or Adam, or this one, or James, and it just comes from, just, you know what I mean, taking notes of that, writing down one or two lyrics, and then linking that to, you know, something else and creating a story around it, thinking, how does this, you know, impact my life? How can I, you know, get this out to someone who's listening? Is my creative process is all over the place, bro. It's and there's times I just go in there and I freestyle a song in 5 minutes. So it could be anything, bro. And then the other times it could be just months of just trying to think of just one line. Yeah. For real. It's all over the place.
Man. No, I love that. Sometimes there is no, cap in creativity.
Yeah.
It's like, when it comes, it comes.
I'm a big believer in that, man. I'm a big believer in just let it come to you, man. Just go and talk to your boy. And you'll get some inspiration from there, and then think the story that he's telling you, how you're hearing it and you're picturing it in your head, you could tell that. Or if he managed to tell you something that made you open up a bit more, some vulnerability that you wouldn't have even noticed if you didn't have that conversation with your boy, then you can go right about it now. You know how you feel now. Because it's trying to find that feeling, really, for me.
Love that.